At the end of last year, I was praying, and God specifically impressed on my heart these words, pray for your church. And I didn't even know what that meant. So I started praying for Three Circle, but over the coming weeks of praying that, continually just being obedient to pray into what I felt God was calling me to, I realized that God was calling us to plant our own church. And that was wild because I had never wanted to do that. But in obedience, I flew out to Las Vegas to see a church plant with one of our friends out there, and he took us on a tour of Vegas, showed us everything. And while we were out on the strip to see it, God just placed a burden on my heart for this city that stopped me dead in my tracks. And I knew that when I flew back home to Kayla, I was going to have some pretty big news for her, that we were supposed to plant a church in Las Vegas.
And I remember telling him before he left for Las Vegas, hey, go check out the church plant, figure out if God is calling us to plant a church, but don't come back and tell me it's Las Vegas. Just don't do that. And of course he comes back and says, not only are we supposed to plant a church, but it is in Las Vegas. So spent a lot of time in prayer in the days and weeks following him telling me that. And remember specifically this one time in prayer, just asking God, God, are we really supposed to go? Are we supposed to do this? And just felt like I heard him say, I've already called you to go. Have I asked you to stay? And just felt like that is the commandment in the Bible, that we are to go make disciples. And we very specifically have that call on our life now.
Yeah.
And it is in Las Vegas. And we took a trip out again with our family and just confirmed that this is where we're going to root our family, and this is where we're going to build a community of people and believers and disciples, and just change that city for the glory of God from the inside out.
Yeah, we're so excited for what God is going to do in Las Vegas. We are blown away and honored that he's called us to a city like that. And I just wanted to encourage you guys, if you believe that God has called you to something, stand up in faith and go after that calling. He won't leave you. He won't forsake you. He's with you, and he is faithful.
In the coming months, here's how you can partner with us. We'd love for you to be praying for our family and the community of Las Vegas as we prepare to move there in the next few months.
Text your Vegas to 97,000 so you can follow along with all that God is going to be doing through this church plant in the city of Las Vegas.